congratulations again. Has it sunk in that you pretty much can't lose a spot in the final?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we're not just going to the final to be there. We wanted to go there to win it. So, this weekend was our last chance to compete in the final before San Fran and to put on a performance like we did. And it's something that we're really proud of as a team, and to carry that momentum into San Fran now is something we're really excited about.
And what was the key for your team today? Obviously, it was tough conditions for everyone. Was it the starts? Was it your manoeuvres? Any insights?
We got off the line well 3 times and just sailed clean races. We didn't have any big issues. It was definitely super hard on control with all the ferry wakes and the turbulence from the current and the water. You saw a lot of people having big issues with their manoeuvres and bits and pieces. And today we were just sailed clean races, got off the line well. Felt like both races we probably could have got a couple more points if we pushed it super hard, but we knew we were through to the final safe, so we just took it easy and prepared for that.
San Francisco, obviously it's expected to be windy. Can we expect anything in SailGP?
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting money on a venue being windy, it'll be San Francisco. Every day you go there, it traditionally is. I mean, one a month or something isn't. And we were lucky enough to get there a couple of finals ago, but yeah, it's going to be very different conditions to today, obviously. Nearly every time we've raced in San Fran, we've gone on a different configuration as well. So, it's really about going back, making sure we're super dialed in on that config, and looking forward to the weekend and trying to wrap up the season.
Phil, you guys were leading all weekend and then slipped down to second. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, look, it was obviously a very good weekend for us. We performed really well in all the racing, and yeah, the final's a tricky one. There's 3 boats, it's slightly different, and that race you had to win the pin, and I was in a position to attack the Kiwis, and I actually decided not to, which is probably slightly out of character, and thought we could have a crack at pushing over them, and probably made a slight error just off the line. But look, it's there's not much in it, and the start was very important in that final.
I think you had a really good start and then just a little bit of a bow down. Is that just with the choppiness of the water, or just pushing the boat so hard?
With these boats, if you want to go fast, you've got to fly high. And we put the boat on the absolute limit and actually washed the rudder out. And what happens then is the boat just slides sideways and drops the windward hull in. So, yeah, we decided it was our moment to have a crack at it, put it on the limit, and we went too far.
Giles, another event final, but sounds like you're always gunning for that win.
Yeah, we are. We sailed really well this weekend, so we're super pleased with the whole squad. But yeah, would have been nice to have done a few things differently in that final, in a nice position, and didn't quite get the start we needed, and there just wasn't many passing lanes out there. So yeah, 3rd place here in New York, but I think another solid result that we can be proud of, but would have been nice to get a little bit more.
Obviously, you're still coming to this season as a new driver. Are you pretty happy with that trajectory that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't hid behind the fact that I've had a bit of a tricky apprenticeship into SailGP for sure. And yeah, we've made the last two event finals, one in Halifax and a 3rd here. So yeah, we're in a good place. And as I said, we've been racing really well this weekend. We just didn't quite get it right in that last race. And I think it's very, very easily done. So much on the start, getting down to that bottom gate, and yeah, didn't quite get it right, but on to the next one.
Tom, obviously another frustrating day, race number 1 over the line early, but you had some tech issues once again.
Yeah, honestly I don't really want to talk about the tech issues. I'm a broken record with that. I was just really glad we were able to turn it around for race 2, and after a really tough first race we managed to get back into the points, not quite enough to make the final, but a good comeback by the team.
I guess it's always hard after a defeat to come back and win a race, so that must give you a confidence as a team, also winning your last race heading into San Fran.
Yeah, no, it helps. I guess the Kiwis won the event and the last race. That's a bit nicer, but yeah, we've been trying to get a bit of momentum heading into San Francisco. We haven't really got that, but we've just got to remember that we've got a really good track record in San Francisco, and the team's got a lot of confidence there. So yeah, we'll head in with confidence.
Quentin, obviously a pretty frustrating event. You guys were almost there, had a really good last day, but how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's painful, to be honest. Finishing 5 with pretty much all for winning a Grand Prix is it's quite a painful season up there, but still in the game for the super final, and I just want to be positive be really focused for San Fran.
You had a better day today than yesterday, if my memory is correct. What did you sort of change today? Did you change anything, or you just got off the start line better?
Yeah, I think our starts were really good today, and also we changed a bit of things, especially on the drives, to be just on a good average. I think it works pretty well, but we also hit something during the training, and the feeling on the radars were different, and we lost it, especially on one of the drive at the second race. So it was pretty costly for us. But other than that, I think we were in good shape today.
Nathan, you guys had a pretty strong day yesterday, but today, what were the challenges from your perspective?
Yeah, today we probably really just struggled to get off the start line. We're in an okay spot in the first race, sort of in the mix on the start, but with it being quite light and being on the wrong jib, that little jib in quite light winds, I think was a real struggle for us. When you're underpowered, the margin for error is less, and we just made a few sort of handling errors and weren't able to get the boat locked in going nicely, and a couple of tactical errors in the first one. So that was really frustrating to slip back, because we could have got a top 5 in that and been in good shape to make the final. And then in the last race, kind of got taken up by the French in the start. It was sort of unexpected. Most boats will take off on port and go down through the ley lines, and I'm not really sure what Quinton was doing, but he took us way out of position. And so we tried to tack and get back down into position, and then we just had to stop the boat. Otherwise, we're going to, have an issue with Giles. So that was a bit probably on me for putting myself in a spot with the French that, meant they were controlling us. But at least we were able to come back in that race and kind of sail the boat better than we were in the race before, and have an okay result. So, pretty frustrating day, but plenty of potential being unlocked at the moment, so looking forward to the next one.
Diego, obviously it was a really tough event for a lot of people, but if you didn't get out of the start clean, it just looked so difficult from there.
Yeah, I think you resumed it super good for us. The weekend was about just not getting off the start. I think we sailed quite decent after that, but yeah, I think our best position at M1 was 8th or something, so we have to look at it to be better prepared for San Fran.
And focusing on the overalls, obviously Australia's just leapfrogged you again. You're still in 3rd. I don't know if you've looked at the results yet. Have you?
Yeah, I have an idea of how the general results are, but yeah, we'll have a deeper result later.
And how do you feel about that? Are you really happy that you're finding the top 3 at the end of the season, or would you prefer to be more comfortable there?
I think it has two sides, to be comfortable and to be on the limit. I think in the position we are, for sure it will make us be super well prepared for San Fran. We look deep into everything, and yeah, it's going to be a big fight.
Nikolai, I imagine it's a pretty tough situation to be in right now. You're right there at Mark 1 and then just had that big crash down and couldn't get back going.
Yeah, obviously we're all pushing out there, and we just pushed a bit too hard and crashed, and we're fighting to get in that final because we knew Spain was having a bad event, so we obviously needed a top 3, and didn't happen. Instead we ended up in the back of the event.
And in English, maybe tell us, I don't know if you've looked at the results at all, like how you're kind of feeling mathematically you can still make it, but it's going to be pretty tough.
I haven't looked at the results, but I imagine it's almost impossible now. It was the worst possible race 5 we could have there. I think we lost so many points in the overall event in one race. So yeah, I think it's tough. We just got to figure out what we need to do in San Fran and maybe already start looking ahead of season 5.
Eric, each venue has their challenges, but New York just seemed to kind of have all the challenges. How did you find it?
Yeah, I mean, very challenging for us. I think the marginal stuff is still the most difficult condition we can get. We feel a little more comfortable in bigger breeze, so looking forward to San Francisco.
Is it hard to come off a day like that and take the lessons? Is it just frustrating, or are you trying to use it as that learning experience?
Yeah, we try to use all we get, and also good that we make mistakes early on and find out what we can improve on. So yeah, overall, I mean, it was painful yesterday and also painful with penalty points, but overall, we felt it was a good weekend for us to develop.
Well, Taylor, New York, they delivered almost the toughest conditions. How did your team find it?
Yeah, super challenging. The conditions were just up and down, and quite a lot less wind than expected in a lot of the forecasts. So tricky. And I think we talk about this a lot, but the trickier the conditions right now for our team, the harder it makes it for us. And just not having that experience and those extra hours, it's tough to go through those transitions.
As a driver, sort of, what you've got to do so many things on a day like today. Kind of talk us through your list of things to do.
Yeah, I'm working to balance all those things, but right now I'm really head in the boat, trying to focus on the moding and keeping the boat going well. And we acknowledge that we struggled with a lot of maneuvers yesterday, so I was very conscious of trying to get us just up to a good speed and maneuvering in good places and trying to make it easy on the rest of the team.